Hello, Mandela, and welcome to your Tuesday PSHE lesson. Today, our learning objective is, can I identify and describe healthy habits? In today's lesson, you will be developing your understanding of what healthy habits are and how you can maintain a healthy lifestyle. We will identify the positive and negative effects habits can have on a healthy lifestyle. We will describe the benefits of healthy habits and routines and the consequences of unhealthy ones. And we will explain how fostering healthy habits can help us to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Healthy habits. Listen carefully to this scenario. Rob loves fizzy drinks. He loves them so much that he'll often drink several cans a day, sometimes swapping a cola and a bag of sweets for a proper lunchtime meal. Rob's mum is very concerned about his health. Think of your teeth, Robert. Whatever will the dentist say? I want you to pause the video and answer these questions for me. Why is Rob's mum concerned? Describe the potential health consequences of Rob's diet. So how could it impact on his health? What do we mean when we talk about unhealthy habits? Pause your video and have a think about those questions now. Question 1 was, why is Rob's mum concerned? Rob's mum was concerned about his health because he was eating and drinking too many foods that had too much sugar in. So she was worried what would happen to his teeth. So this could cause problems with his teeth. So when he went to the dentist, he might need to have fillings because they would have an effect on his teeth. What do we mean when we talk about unhealthy habits? So unhealthy habits are things that aren't very good for us. And we're going to find out a little bit more about healthy habits and unhealthy habits in today's lesson. Healthy habits. Key vocabulary and a definition. We've got to draw a line to match them up. So I'm going to get my pen ready and then we are going to have a look at them. I want you to say the key words after me. Nutrients, nutrients, nutrients. Moderate exercise, moderate exercise, moderate exercise. Carbohydrates, carbohydrates, carbohydrates. Obese, obese, obese. Let's read our definitions before we match them up. So we've got sugar, fibres and starches, which are the body's main source of energy. Overweight to the point of having serious health problems. Vitamins and minerals needed for a healthy body. Physical activity which makes your heart beat a little faster and makes you feel a little bit warmer. So nutrients are the vitamins and minerals that we need for a healthy body. Moderate exercise is the physical activity which makes your heart beat a little faster and makes you feel a little warmer. Carbohydrates are the sugars, fibres and starches, which are the body's main source of energy. Obese means overweight to the point of having serious health problems. Remember those words because they're going to be useful for you in today's lesson. What do we mean by a habit? A habit is something that you do regularly, maybe once a week, once a day, or even more often. It is something that you do often, which over time becomes part of your normal life. If you do something so much that it becomes a habit, you may not even realize you're doing it. Example of habits include biting your nails, exercising twice a week, picking your nose, fiddling with your hair when you're feeling nervous, brushing your teeth every morning and evening. Are habits good or bad? Some habits are good for you and other habits are bad for you. Habits can have a really positive effect on your life if they are healthy habits. For example, making sure that you get exercise regularly will help you stay in good health. And we can see the picture of the children having some exercise in school. Making sure you clean your room or doing your homework as soon as it's set will help you to stay organized and in better control of your time. And that's a really important one at the moment when we're all spending more time at home, that we stay organized and we organize our time so that we use our time well. However, it's easy to get into habits that aren't very good for us. For example, eating lots of sweets and crisps every day might feel good at the time, but if you do that every day, your health will suffer because your body won't be getting all the nutrients it needs. So we can't get all the goodness that we need from food from eating lots of sweets and crisps. It's okay to have them sometimes because we all need to have a little treat. So be careful about the habits you form. Many bad habits can feel good in the short term, but over the long term, they can do more harm than good. What should I do what habits should I get into if I want to be healthy? If you want to be healthy, you need to make sure that you get an hour of moderate exercise each day in your average week. How you get this depends on what you prefer to do and what you'll be able to do. So some people might walk to school. Some people might go for a run. Some people might go to the gym when the gyms are open. Some people might take their dog for a walk. The important thing is that you make it a habit to get some exercise and that you don't make it a habit to sit for too long doing no physical activity. And we've talked about the importance of getting up and moving while we're at home doing our learning to help us to focus. As well as getting regular exercise, you should make sure that you also eat well. Part of this means eating at least 5 portions of fruit and vegetables every day. Fresh, tinned, dried and frozen all count towards your 5 a day. Juice counts as 1 portion too, but don't have it more than once a day, as the sugars in the juice can harm your teeth. Eat starchy foods like bread, pasta, rice and potatoes, as they are good sources of carbohydrates. So they give your body energy to help you to be active. The final habit to get into if you want to be healthy is to limit the amount of time you look at a screen. It's hard to get away from screens today. However, spending too long looking at a screen is bad for you because it can stop you from sleeping. So make sure that you take breaks from playing screen-based games and stop looking at a screen at least half an hour before you go to bed. If you put good habits in place now, you'll boost your health and give yourself the best chances of staying well in the future. Here are some statements that you are going to need for our first activity. You will be able to rewind the video, or you could pause your video now and jot them down. Washing hands regularly with soap and warm water. Thumb sucking or biting nails. getting regular exercise, playing an instrument, watching a tablet or screen to relax in the evening, snacking between meals, reading for an hour before bedtime, walking the dog every evening. Activity 1. Can you draw the table and identify whether habits are healthy or unhealthy? So what you need to do for activity 1 is to get your ruler. You need to draw your table on your piece of paper. You need to write the headings healthy and unhealthy. Then the pictures that we've looked at, you need to decide whether they would go in the healthy column or the unhealthy column. So go back over those 8 statements and decide whether they're healthy habits or unhealthy habits. Activity 2. Can you order the cards from unhealthy to healthy? Explain why you have placed your cards in this order. So you're going to go back and look at those 8 statements and pictures and put them in order from unhealthy to healthy. And then you're going to explain why you have put them in that order. Let's have a look at this. So if I was to go here, I might decide that I would put snacking between meals at the beginning of my list, because I think snacking between meals is the most unhealthy. Then I would put watching a tablet or screen to relax in the evening, because we know that if we watch a tablet or screen before we go to bed, we can find it hard to go to sleep. Then I'm going to put reading because it will help me to get to sleep in the evening. Then for the most healthy, I'm going to put it under here. I'm going to put walking the dog because that will help me to get out to get my exercise that I need each week. So that's what you need to do for activity 2 with the 8 statements and explain why. Activity 3. It's easy to get into good habits for your health. You've got to decide if you agree with this statement. You've got to answer the question, and I've given you some sentence starters to help you. So I completely agree, I disagree with the statement. So that would be how you would start your answer. It isn't easy to get into good habits for your health because, and you've got to explain why. An example of this is, so you've got to think of an example you can give me. Therefore, I believe that. But to say what you believe. So do you think it's easy to get into good habits for your health? I'm looking forward to reading your arguments at 3 Mandela.